you ever have one of those days? Just whatever it is, you're tired, you just don't feel you can do it, you want to go home and take a nap, or you're just feeling grouchy and ready to bite anybody's head off, or maybe your head's just kind of cloudy, you're just not thinking as quick as you're used to. Well, if you ever have any of those days, I've got a great answer for you tonight. This is your lucky night, because I'm going to show you a 5-minute energy routine that can often snap you out of that. What do I mean by energy? Well, we're just energy. Like, we think of this as solid, you know, muscles and bones and blood, but science tells us if you were actually if you were to take a microscope and look, there's really nothing here. It just, you go down, 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 and eventually it's just subatomic particles that have no mass at all. They're like tiny little bits of electricity or information floating in vast nothingness. So we're just energy. If you were able to see this energy and you looked at yourself on a good day, what you'd see is a whole bunch of swirls of energy, kind of circles going around, up and down like that, and these pathways going up and down your arms, up and down your legs, connecting all your various organs, going up in your head. And on a good day, they'd all be moving smoothly, they'd all be working together, going at a good rate. But if you were to look at yourself on a bad day, what you'd see is like a car wreck on the freeway. Energy's bottling up and crashing into each other, or not moving at all, or maybe even starting to go backwards. Now, the Chinese have been working with these energies for like 5,000 years. And they've figured out all these ways to help people feel better and stay healthy. But you don't really need to go to an acupuncturist and get stuck with needles in order to benefit from this information. You can do a simple little routine that 9 out of 10 times can really help. I learned this from a lady named Donna Eden, who wrote the book Energy Medicine. And for a visual aid, we have the lovely Neva Smith, who's going to help me demonstrate it. Now, this is a participation talk, so I'm going to need you all to stand up for this one. And if you feel too crowded in the rows of chairs, you can get out in the middle or off to the side, but you'll probably be okay with it. First, in this little 5-minute routine, take your middle fingers. I'm not pointing these at anybody. And one goes like between your eyebrows, a little bit above your eyebrows, and one in your navel. And you just breathe. Take some deep breaths. This hooks up all your energy systems. Kind of puts them on alert. It's time to get organized, guys. Next, kind of feel your collarbone right here, and go in the middle where there's kind of a U there. And go down about an inch, and then off to the sides about an inch. And if you'll feel, there's some little indents right in there. And you're just going to take 4 or 5 fingers and just kind of pound on those guys. That's what the Chinese call kidney 1. It's what brings energy into the body. Give it a good thump. Not so hard that you bruise yourself. But not light either. Give it a good, nice, resounding thump. You should be able to kind of hear it. This is, if you only learn to run, this is a great one. If you're ever feeling down and you can't take a nap and you can't get to Starbucks, pound on kidney 1. Next, go down about an inch and over to right in the middle. Kind of pound on that one. Wow. That's thymus. Thymus alerts your immune system. Say, okay, guys, get ready. We've got to be on the job. And then next is right around in here. It's kind of like on the side of the pectorals or the breasts, kind of like right in there. And just kind of pound up to the front and around this. Now, a lot of people find these to be sore. And if they're sore, all the better, because that means you really need it. And you can also just kind of rub these a little bit.
Is this legal? Don't look at anybody.
And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And don't keep your knees locked either. Have your knees just ever so slightly. And the final of the taps is on the cheekbones, right below your eyes. And this is stomach meridian. A lot of us keep tension right here in the middle. Our stomach's kind of clenched up and it messes up our digestion. And when I do this one, I can just kind of feel my stomach relax. Next, we're going to take our fingertips, put it right here on our eyebrows. What you're going to do is push in with some firmness and just pull across like that. And let go. Then up a little bit higher, push in, pull across. And then it goes all, just keep going. All the way behind, push in, pull across, push in, pull across. And finally just put your hands on your upper shoulders right here and just let them hang for a second. And then drop. Kind of shake that energy off. This is a great one if you're ever feeling fuzzy-headed or worried. It just kind of breaks up some of that energy in your brain and opens up a little space for new thoughts. Next is the cross crawl. For this one, you're going to take your right hand and your left knee and just cross them like that. Just swing them across the midline. You don't have to do it fast. Great thing about this little energy routine is you don't really have to break a sweat. It takes 5 minutes, and as Ray will tell you, running a couple of miles will do the same thing for you, but you don't often have time or even want to do this. This is kind of an easy way. Do this for a couple of minutes. If you're having trouble remembering how to do this, or it feels real awkward, then you really need it, because it shows your energy. See, what energy likes to do is do figure eights. Energy is always moving when it's healthy, and it's always going left to right, left to right. Down from the tiniest little, DNAs in our cells are going like that, up to the big ones like our brain, left brain, right brain. So another way to do this one is just to make big figure eights like that. Back and forth, big figure eights. And breathe. All right. And finally, there's the zip up. This one, just take your hand from your pelvic bone straight up to below your lip and just zip yourself up and lock it. Right there. That kind of keeps the good energy in and keeps other people's bad energy out. Now, it's a simple routine. You can do it like in the morning if you want to, just kind of as you get started for the day. It only takes 5 minutes. Or if there's like a slump, like after lunch at 3 o'clock, you find yourself grinding to a halt, but you can't go home and take a nap. You can do it then. We live in a world that's stressful. You know, we've all got schedules and places to go and all this stuff to do. And we're in a world of electromagnetic radiation that our bodies weren't really evolved for. Everything's changed. You know, for however many hundreds of thousands of years our bodies were around, they weren't subjected to microwave ovens and television and fluorescent lights and computers and cell phones. And all this electromagnetic radiation kind of scrambles our energy. It's tough, and our bodies are having a little trouble adjusting. But now, with the 5-minute energy routine, you can keep your energies moving and humming in our new environment. Thank you, Dee.